Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Mr. Gasto. I'm here doing something a little bit different, trying out different things on the channel, seeing what works, what doesn't. So let me know what you think of this video down below in the comments after you finish the video, obviously. So today, what we're gonna do today, we are gonna be ranking, that's right, ranking the NFL franchises. All right, we're gonna see which one is the best, which one's the worst, okay? Because there are a lot of lists out there, but a lot of them are pretty biased. And for me, I mean, if you know me, I'm completely unbiased on the subject. There is not one team I favor more than the other. I guarantee it. I'm completely unbiased. Neutral third party. And that is a fact, okay? You can take that to the bank. We're gonna get into the video. We're gonna be ranking the franchises. Please stick around. I guarantee you this is gonna be worth it. Please stick around. So make sure you like the video. Smash the like button, okay? Smash it, smash it. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell so you're notified whenever I upload a video, because my videos, chef's kiss. Also, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, twitch.tv/MrCasto. Go follow me. Do it. We also have a sponsor for today's video, but we're gonna hear from them a little later on. So stay tuned to hear from that sponsor because it's quite a good one. I do have to say so myself. Now, let's get into the video.
All right, my ranking is going to be very simple. There are 7 different tiers. There's the best franchise hands down, which is reserved for a single team. There is one franchise that is hands above the rest. You'll see. There's A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, F tier, and then there's doo-doo butt cheeks. Doo-doo butt cheeks is reserved for the bottom of the barrel, absolute worst franchises of all time, just garbage. There are multiple. As I said in the intro though, this will be the definitive ranking of NFL franchises. I'm completely unbiased. No love for one team more than the other. Completely unbiased. So let's get into the ranking, shall we? First up, we have the Arizona Cardinals. Where do the Arizona Cardinals belong? They've been around for a long time. They've been around since 1920, I believe. They are one of the oldest NFL franchises. They've gone through a lot of changes. You know, they were the St. Louis Cardinals for a while. They've never won a Super Bowl, though. They have never won a Super Bowl. They've come close. They've been to one, but they've never won a Super Bowl. They've won NFL championships before the Super Bowl was formed, but they have not won the big game. However, they have been making moves as of late. They picked up J.J. Watt. They picked up DeAndre Hopkins. They have Kyler Murray. I mean, they have some talent. They definitely have some talent. They got Larry Fitzgerald. Dude, Larry Fitzgerald is a GOAT. He is one of the best. Where do the Cardinals belong, though? We're going to put them F tier. Okay, next we have the Detroit Lions. Again, another team that's been around for a long time. I think like 1929. They've been around for a very long time. Again, another team that has not been able to win the big game. They haven't even been to a Super Bowl. I mean, they are one of the most disrespected teams in the league because of how unable they are to perform. And they do have some history. You know, they had Barry Sanders, arguably the best running back of all time. Do not at me. Barry Sanders is the GOAT running back of all time. But they have not been able to do anything. They are struggling. They have not been able to make the moves that they need to make. So what we're going to do, we're going to rank Detroit F tier. Next, we have the LA Rams, the recently relocated LA Rams as well. Used to be the St. Louis Rams. They have been around for a while, not as long as some other teams, for sure. They have won one Super Bowl with Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt. They beat the Tennessee Titans on a last second play, basically. They were able to save their season on a tackle, like, you know, a yard away from the end zone. They've only won one Super Bowl. They went to a Super Bowl like 3 years ago against the Patriots, and they completely flopped. They did not deserve to be there. They do have some talent. They do have a very storied history as well. I mean, all of these teams have really, you know, in-depth storied histories. Lots of great legends on all of these teams, with the exception of, you know, the Jaguars. But where does LA belong? The LA Rams, I have to say, I don't particularly care for their new redesigned logo. I prefer the old one with, it's just, you know, the ram. It looks a lot better. Where do the Rams belong? I'm going to put the Rams in F tier. I'm going to have to put them at F tier for right now. Next, we have the Green Bay Packers. Now, the Packers are one of the most storied franchises in the NFL. I mean, they have 4 Super Bowl wins. They won the first 2 with Lombardi, Bart Starr. You know, they have a great history. They won a Super Bowl with Brett Favre. They won a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. They have a lot of history. They are very, very good. As of recently, haven't been able to quite take that next level. The last like 3 years, they've been making it, you know, towards the on the Super Bowl run. They're on their way there, and then they just crumble in the postseason when it matters most. Since was it 2016, I believe. I could be wrong. 2016 is when they won the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, I believe. Don't hold me to that. I don't remember the exact year. But it would be nice to see them, you know, again, do something. It's just as of recently, they haven't been doing a whole lot. But for the sole purpose that they've won 4 Super Bowls, we're gonna have to put them. This is a tough one. We're gonna have to put the Packers in F tier, I think. I mean, they have 4. They could have more. They could have had more. They could have had way more Super Bowls. But the fact that they haven't been able to kind of put those together, we're gonna put them at F tier. We're gonna put them at F tier. Next up, we have the Indianapolis Colts, formerly the Baltimore Colts. They have had a pretty good history as well. I mean, I'm going to say this about all the teams. They've all had really good histories, you know what I mean? But the Colts, I mean, they've won a Super Bowl with Johnny U. They won a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning. They've had their issues. For those reasons, the Colts belong in F tier. All right, next we have the Houston Texans, which it's really hard to classify them because they've only been around for what, 18 years ish. They are the youngest of the NFL teams. They aren't very good, let's put it that way. They've never been to a Super Bowl. I don't think they've ever even made it to a conference championship game. I think you know where I'm going with this. They belong in F tier. They really do. All right, next up we have the Denver Broncos. They have a bit of a up and down kind of history. They had John Elway, you know, one of the best, but they lost a lot of Super Bowls. They were able to get to the Super Bowls quite frequently, but I mean, I think it was John Elway lost 3 Super Bowls before he ever won one, and then he won 2 back-to-back, and then Peyton Manning led them to a Super Bowl win. I mean, he didn't really, it was the defense, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna have to put it in F tier because as of recently, they haven't been able to do a whole lot. Okay, next up, we have the Atlanta Falcons. This is another team that has not yet won a Super Bowl. They've come close. They've only been to 2, actually. They went to one in, I think it was 98, and then they went to one, what, 2 years ago, 2019, against the Patriots with the, you know, world-renowned, was it 28-3 crumble, I believe it was? Yeah, very, very pitiful performance by them in that Super Bowl. I mean, their history isn't as good because they haven't done as much, in my opinion. I mean, they've never really been a solid team. They've been a middle of the pack team for most of their career. For most of, you know, their existence, they've been a middle of the road team. They had Mike Vick, but we all know what happened to Mike Vick. They had Deion Sanders for a bit. I mean, they've had some good players, but they haven't done much. They're easily F tier. Easily F tier in my opinion. All right, next we have the Baltimore Ravens. They have been to, I believe, only 2 Super Bowls, if I remember correctly, and they've won both. I mean, they won the one in, was it 2000 with Ray Lewis and their super good defense. And then they went to one in 2012 against the 49ers, and it was the Harbaugh, because, you know, the Harbaugh brothers, and they won that one. So they're 2-0 in the Super Bowl, if I remember correctly. Again, forgive me if I'm wrong. For those reasons, I'm gonna have to put them in F tier. They belong in F tier. All right, next we have the Buffalo Bills, and the Buffalo Bills have an interesting history. They went to 4 Super Bowls back to back in the early 90s. I can't remember. There was 4 Super Bowls back to back that they went to. They lost all of them. You know, they've had a lot of really bad beats where they just cannot make things work, and they just keep losing. As of recently, though, they have started to look on the up and up. I mean, they have Josh Allen, they have Stephon Diggs. They're looking pretty good. Last year, they looked rather good. Suffice it to say, I was actually rooting for them because I really wanted them to get a win. I mean, I can't put them any higher than F tier, right? I mean, they belong in F tier. I gotta put them in F tier. Okay, next we have the Carolina Panthers. They are another team that haven't been around super long. I think it's pretty obvious where they're going. They don't belong to go anywhere other than F tier. That's just where they belong, you know what I mean? Okay, next we have the Chicago Bears, which is another original team of the NFL, if I remember correctly. They've been around since, what, the 20s, 30s, maybe the 40s at the very latest, but they've been around for a very, very long time. They had a lot of greats on their teams. I mean, Dick Butkus, Gale Sayers. They've had Mike Singletary, Walter Payton, William the Refrigerator Perry. Need I go on? They've only won one Super Bowl, though. Only one. 1985. For that reason, I have to put them in F tier. Their franchise as a whole, I gotta put them in F tier. Next, we have the Cincinnati Bengals, which, yeah, they have not been good. They have not been good at all. They've been to a few Super Bowls in the 80s, lost them. I mean, they were created by Paul Brown, who created the Browns as retaliation for yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to get too much into the history, but I mean, they were created by a legendary coach. They haven't done legendary things in any sort of, in any
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
It's easy. F tier. Easy. All right, up next, we have the Cleveland Browns, which again, another original team. They've been around for years. They've never been to a Super Bowl. They were amazing before the Super Bowl was created. They've won, I think it was like 10 NFL championships, maybe 8 with Jim Brown. I mean, Jim Brown, come on. He's one of the best players of all time. Fantastic, amazing, incredible. And that's the story of the Browns. They can never do anything. And for those reasons, I gotta put them F tier as well. All right, next we have the Dallas Cowboys. They have a very, very deep history. They've been to, what, 8 Super Bowls? They have 5 Super Bowl wins, 3 Super Bowl losses. They went to a lot of Super Bowls in the 70s and the 90s. Have not been to a Super Bowl since the 90s, though. They've had a lot of really good players, you know, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin. There are a lot of other good players, but for some reason, I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, so for those reasons, they have to go in doo-doo butt cheeks because they fucking suck. All right, next, we have the Miami Dolphins. They've been around a while. They are the only team to have a perfect season. They went 17-0, if I remember correctly. Or was it 18-0? It might have been 18-0. Only team in history to do it. With Don Shula and, you know, Larry Sonka. Oh, yeah. They had Dan Marino, one of the best quarterbacks ever. He could not win a Super Bowl, though. He could not win a Super Bowl. He only went to 1, and he lost it. For those reasons, I'm going to have to put it in F tier. And now, a brief word from our sponsors. This video is sponsored by Depression. Don't forget to use code BIGSAD to get 4% off at your local Big 5 sporting goods. Because when you think Big 5, you think depression. Thank you, sponsors, for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get to the next one. We have the New England Patriots. They have been on a bit of a tear as of late. They've won, what, 6 Super Bowls? Or have they won 7? I can't remember. They've won a ridiculous amount of Super Bowls. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. I mean, you all know the history of the Patriots. Back in the day, when they first started, they were not good. They were really bad. They only started being good in the 2000s. For those reasons, I'm gonna have to put it in doo-doo butt cheeks. Because they fucking cheat. You fucking cheaters. 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 Okay, now we have the New York Giants. The New York Giants are the better of the 2 New York teams. Not by much, though. Their history is a bit better because they've won, what, 4 Super Bowls? Maybe 3? They won 2 with Eli. I think they won 1 with Bill Parcells as the coach back in the 80s. They're super inconsistent. They did somehow also beat the New England Patriots when the Patriots were 18-0 going for 19-0. That's also another reason why the Patriots are in doo-doo butt cheek. Not only are they cheaters, they can't even win when they cheat sometimes. Fuck the Patriots. Fuck them. Back to the Giants. You know, they're super inconsistent. I have to put them in F tier. Okay, next we have the Philadelphia Eagles. Go Eagles, am I right? They won it, was it 3 or 4 years ago with Nick Foles? Who would have thought that? Against the Patriots, which was pretty funny. Another reason the Patriots are in doo-doo butt cheeks. The Eagles, in my opinion, I think they should have won a Super Bowl when they had Donovan McNabb, when they had T.O., when they had Brian Dawkins. They were a really good team. And when they made it to the Super Bowl against the Patriots, in my opinion, they should have won. They should have won. It's a big shame they didn't. Carson Wentz, a bit overrated in my opinion. For that reason, we're going in F tier for the Philadelphia Eaglets. And next we have the Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders. It saddens me that they moved to Vegas. It really does. They used to be the LA Raiders. They used to be the Oakland Raiders. I always knew them as the Oakland Raiders. And it's a real shame that they moved, because I know it was always nice to have that, you know, battle of the Bay between Oakland and San Francisco. Because you don't see that much. I mean, you see it with like the Giants and the Jets, because, you know, Battle of New York. They've won a few Super Bowls as well. They've won, I think, what, 3 with Tom Gruden as their coach.
What did you say?
Wait, Tom Gruden? Joe Gruden. What the fuck is his name? Hold on.
Bruh.
Tom Gruden. I forgot his name. With Tom Gruden.
You're not just wrong, you're stupid. Now wait just a minute. And you're ugly, just like your mum.
So for those reasons, we're going to put them in D tier, actually. It's quite a surprise. Next, we have the New York Jets, which, whew, New York Jets, they have some issues. They've won 1 Super Bowl back in the 60s. Super Bowl 3 with Hollywood Joe Namath. Wait, was his nickname Hollywood? I don't know. What more can I say? The Jets are not good. I can't put them any higher than F tier. I mean, they're okay. Next, we have the Minnesota Vikings, and again, oof, just like the the Buffalo Bills, they have not had a good history in the Super Bowl. 4 appearances, 4 losses. That is brutal. That is very brutal, considering the number of teams they've had and the quality of said teams. I mean, the Purple Peter. For that reason, I gotta put them in F tier. I can't see myself putting them any higher than F tier, to be honest. All right, next we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are actually no, they're not the newest team. Excuse me. The newest team is the Houston Texans. Jacksonville Jaguars are the 2nd newest team, though. They were established in '96, I think. Not great. Not great. They've never been to a Super Bowl. I mean, I can't rank them any higher than F tier. I mean, they're just not that good of a team. Next, we have the LA Chargers, which again is another team I kind of wish didn't move. They used to be the San Diego Chargers. Much prefer them as San Diego than LA, in my opinion. I don't believe they've won a Super Bowl. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't think they have, though. For that reason, I have to put them in F tier. Next, we have the Kansas City Chiefs, which they have an interesting history. They won, I think, Super Bowl 4. One of the first teams to win a Super Bowl. But they had a long drought. Long drought. They now have Patrick Mahomes, which is one of the best young quarterbacks I've seen in a long time. Should have won the Super Bowl last year, but it was rigged. Fuck Tom Brady. Actually, no, it was this year. It was this year, the Super Bowl. 2021. They won last year. They've been to 3 Super Bowls. Wow, my memory is bad. They lost last year to the Buccaneers when they shouldn't have. They won the year before against the Niners, which they shouldn't have. F tier. All right, next we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Steelers are the second most winning team in NFL history in terms of Super Bowl wins. They are 5-3, just like the Dallas Cowboys. No, they're 6-2. Excuse me, they're 6-2. So we're gonna put them in F tier. F tier for sure. I think that's where they belong. Next, we have the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Aints, more like it. they've had a really bad history, lots of struggles, and they are a rather consistent team. You know, they are rather good. They always seem to make it to the playoffs, as of recently at least. In the past, no, they sucked in the past. But as of recently, they've been not too bad. Where do I rank them? I mean, F tier. Next, we have the Seattle Seahawks, which have done a lot better in recent time than they have in past time. In the past, they were not very good whatsoever. They've been good. They've won a few Super Bowls. They have a lot of skilled players. I mean, Russell Wilson is a tremendous playmaker. If he had, an offensive line to block for him, they probably would win more. We're going to put them in doo-doo butt cheeks because I hate the Seattle Seahawks. Because reasons. Next, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What to say about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? They're not great. In the past, they weren't very good. They started off as a development team in the AFL. That's where Steve Young came from, was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But they weren't good back then. They really weren't. They didn't get good until 2002 when they won their first Super Bowl with John Gruden. I called him Tom Gruden before, didn't I? Jesus. John Gruden. Yikes. Oof. John Gruden. When they went to the Super Bowl last year against the Chiefs and won, it was bullshit though. Fucking rigged. There's no fucking way the Chiefs should have lost to the fucking Buccaneers. For that reason, doo-doo butt cheeks. Because fuck Tom Brady. Fucking bitch. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans. They actually start off as the Houston Oilers and then moved over to the Tennessee Titans. I mean, they have had some history. For those reasons, we're going to put Tennessee F tier. Next, we have the Washington Football Team. Fantastic name. 10 out of 10. Very creative. Formerly the Washington Redskins, maybe 3 Super Bowls actually. They've won 2. They've won 2 Super Bowls. Washington Football Team is the fact that last year, the comeback player story of the century, Alex Smith, my dude, he came back from, almost dying, multiple surgeries, came back to play at a relatively good level and led them to the playoffs. But what a story. I mean, fantastic dude. And the fact that he was able to, come back from his injury says something about him. Not necessarily the team, because the team kind of said, yeah, fuck you. But the man himself, Alex Smith. Fantastic. Alex Smith, call me. F tier for Washington Football Team. Alex Smith, though, A tier for sure. Alex Smith, call me. And last but certainly not least, we have the San Francisco 49ers, which, they have a tremendous history. I mean, they've won 5 Super Bowls. They should have won more. The 2 that they lost, they didn't deserve to lose at all. They should have won. Both were rigged, in my opinion. Completely unbiased as well. And they've had a lot of greats. I mean, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Ronnie Lott, Roger Craig, Steve Young. I mean, the list goes on and on. I could go on for hours about the level of talent on that team. I mean, Bill Walsh, hello, fantastic. I mean, again, I could go on and on for about how talented this team really is. And I mean, I think it's obvious. You can see by the list, there's no one team in the best franchise section yet. That's because that goes to the San Francisco 49ers. Very easy. I mean, very simple. They are the best NFL franchise of all time. Hands down. Don't at me. They are tremendous. If you say it's another team, you're lying to yourself. They are the best. Yeah. I mean, that's my ranking. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you like my ranking, if you think I should do it a little bit different, let me know what your thoughts are. Also, if you like this style of video, like me doing ranking stuff, let me know if there's something else you want me to do ranking of. Like I could do ranking of, I don't know, movies or, you know, music or other, you know, sports teams or whatnot. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. And yeah, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate you as always. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. Like it. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you're notified whenever I upload. And make sure to catch me on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Link in the description. Go check me out. It's a good time. But anyways, that's all for me. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And don't forget, fuck Tom Brady.
And it was just Queen's body.
Nice.
What?
I got stuck into a corner.
Run.
Yeah, you ran the wrong
become
direction.
a SoundCloud rapper.
Oh. I didn't know where to go. I got panicked.